There is a truth few people dare to say. Not everyone is born being given an opportunity, but the one who survives in the end is always the one who refuses to give up. Long ago, in a barren land, there was a boy named Evan. Evan was always seen as useless. He was weak, slow, and always the one left behind. Every time he failed, others mocked him. Every time he fell, no one reached out a hand. But there was one thing no one knew. Every night, when everything sank into darkness, Evan quietly stood back up. No complaints, no blaming fate, just kept moving forward, slowly but without stopping. Day after day, the strong ones gradually gave up from exhaustion. The confident ones stopped because they thought they had done enough. And that boy, Evan, kept going. Until one day, when the sun rose, people realized the one once considered the weakest was the one standing at the final destination. Not because Evan was better, but because he never allowed himself to quit. But the story did not end there. After reaching the finish, Evan received no praise, no applause. No one apologized for ever looking down on him. People only looked at Evan, then turned away, because they were not used to seeing the weakest one still standing. Evan understood that, and he did not need anyone's recognition. Evan knew exactly what he had been through. Nights so hungry he couldn't sleep. Falls where his knees bled and his heart hurt more than his body. Moments when he wanted to give up but asked himself, if I stop, who will continue in my place? There were times Evan hated himself for being so weak, but that very weakness taught him one thing. When you have nothing left to lose, you no longer feel fear. Evan realized that true strength is not never falling, but the ability to stand up every time you are knocked down. While others moved forward with confidence, he moved forward because he had no other choice, and that was what made the difference. Many years later, when people asked Evan what his secret to success was, he just smiled. Not because he was humble, but because the truth was so simple that no one would believe it. Evan was not smarter than anyone else, not stronger than anyone else, not luckier than anyone else. Evan had only one thing. He never allowed himself to quit, even when no one believed in him anymore. Life has never promised fairness, but it always watches closely. It watches to see who collapses when hurt, who turns away when things become too hard, and who keeps moving forward, even slowly, even tired, even alone. In the end, it is not the most talented who win, but the ones who stay long enough to become strong. If today you feel inferior, if you feel slower than others, remember this. You don't need to move fast. You just need to not stop, because maybe the person getting closest to the finish line right now is the one no one is paying attention to. Message Life does not reward those who start the fastest. It rewards those who are tough enough to go all the way. And sometimes, the only thing you need is to keep moving forward one more step. If you enjoyed this story, please like and share it with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel to watch more inspiring stories like this. Thank you for staying with us. See you in the next story with new thoughts and new lessons. Until then, live well.